Because you can't say yes and stand still. You don't get the yes. You get the where you are. So it's important to move beyond what was and beyond what is if you say you want something more. You see, we get comfortable with ourselves. It's easier to stay with ourselves than it is to move into something more joyous. Whoa. What would people think if I were happier?
It's suspicious.
Could they stand? Well, maybe some suspicious, maybe, yeah. So, all of those are really good indicators when you come to the fork in the road. What do you hear? Well, this is why I maybe wouldn't do that. So Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, great metaphysician, wrote in his book, Collected Wisdom, "It is possible for us to become what we want to be. All things are possible, because the divine wisdom doesn't know what can't be done. It doesn't know. Divine wisdom doesn't know what can't be done. Only we know that. Only we put that in our way. The divine wisdom doesn't know you as a limited factor," he goes on to say. "It only knows you as a possibility." Sounds like a mom, huh? Moms know us as possibilities. Today, Mother's Day is the reminder of the wisdom that all of our moms somehow exampled. Whether they were your birth mother or someone who was a mother to you. I've had several. So blessed. However, growing up, I didn't always accept her suggestions as wisdom. I could hear her saying this as though it were this morning. MOM is not an acronym for made out of money. You may have heard it doesn't grow on trees. So, but that was one of the things my mother did. And she exampled her motherhood, if you will. She exampled 3 traits that I shall forever cherish. And they are acceptance, love, and caring. And so I'd like to speak to these 3 this morning. Acceptance. I always felt accepted by my mother. I never remember condemnation nor shame. There was lots of guidance and many definite no's. There was no gray in her rulings. She was clear in her own mind about what was going to be. For example, when I showed interest in art and in drawing, I was probably 10 or 12. I was enrolled in extension classes, signed me up for art courses. When I wanted to play the piano, they bought me a piano. Took lessons for about 1 year. They didn't smack me because it was just 1 year. They got a nice piano out of the deal. And when hairdressing became my focus when I was 16 years old, they found a school close to home and supported me with a car to get there. Whereupon I received a half scholarship. So that was I found my joy early on for that profession. And then it was supported by a scholarship, my first job coming to me, all of that because of the joy I was feeling in that avenue. I had 3 different forks in my way before I was 17, and not just at dinner. And so I have a limerick to support each one of these ideas. Limericks from Mom on acceptance. Did you wonder how I would turn out with my penchant to whine and to pout? A role model like you helped me get past that, too. With your help, was there ever a doubt? Second one's love. My mother taught me to love myself by teaching me the word no. The word no. Not just for me. It's okay to say no. She would tell me, and if you can't tell your friends no, then tell them I said no, and let them not like me. She gave me a way out. That's love and wisdom. But, you know, by learning how to say a truthful no in life, the yeses are more sincere. The most profound example of my mom's love is this. When I was 19 years old and already doing the profession called hairdressing at the time, I had expressed a desire to move out on my own. And her words were, when you move out, make sure you can stay out. Her story. She wanted to say, once you move out, and from this household, you'll want to stay out on your own, because if you were to come back, the same rules apply. Now, isn't that true of life and the fork in the road? We can move forward, but the moment we turn around and move back, it's not the same. The rules are the same, but we can't go back. And that's where I know I can't go backwards in my life. I must move forward. I must move forward. My mom loved me enough to nudge me forward on my own path. Basically, I me with pots and pans and all kinds of good stuff. And said, happy life. I never went back to live. So, thank you, Mom and Dad. John Ruskin wrote, the highest reward for a person's toil is not what he or she gets for it, but what he or she becomes by it. Her lesson was very becoming on me. So here's a limerick. The flowers in my backyard exploded into bloom, egregiously soaking in the rays of summer noon. And how appropriate is that upon this Mother's Day? You are the sun that nurtured me and kept the dark away. And Karen. My mom was a great nurse when I had one of those childhood conflamas, you know. Kathy Robbins, that's her word. I must give her credit. Confusion or conflict and drama. Conflama. Conflama. Thank you, Kathy Robbins. I remember the good parts of the nurture, the caring, the soup, being tucked in bed, the thermometer sticking out, and always the pungent aroma of Vicks Vapor Rub. I didn't like that much, but it always it signifies to this day when somebody walks by with that on, and they do. You know they do still. Someone's wearing it. And I go back to a little kid and being cared for. And I think, isn't that sweet? Isn't that nice? But what I've come to know was the real medicine was the caring tone in her voice when she said, you'll be better real soon. You just stay right here. I think the Vicks was just for the effect, you know. Mother Teresa said, it is not how much you do, but how much love you put into the doing that matters. My mom put a lot of love into the doing. And here's the last limerick for Mom. Of all the dumb things I've done, having you as a mom isn't one. For the lot that I drew brought me right here to you. In the lottery, Mom, I sure won. So, beloveds, remember, what is your spiritual name? Joy. Your mother felt it the moment you were born. So beginning right now, accept yourself as joy. Love yourself more than ever before and feel that joy. And care for yourself more than ever before. because you are the gift of the Divine Mother. Namaste.